The University of Texas. What starts here truly changes the world. I believe that every university student has aspirations that he or she may play some small part in changing the world during his or her lifetime, to make a difference, perhaps to change the course of history. And it's clear that UT well prepares its students for the opportunity to accomplish that goal. My 6 years as a member of the UT System Board of Regents and also on the board of UTEMCO gave me ample opportunities to make a difference. I believe that the most important function of any governing board is to choose the right leaders for its component institutions. During my 6 years on the board, we selected presidents for 8 of our 15 component institutions. And those capable leaders moved the needle substantially forward in bringing about positive changes to their schools. In 2005, I was fortunate to be named a member of the search committee which recommended Bill Powers to the board. And Bill's many achievements during his almost 9 years as president are well known to all of you. They include completing and exceeding the $3 billion goal of UT's largest capital campaign ever. Serving as chairman of the American Association of Universities, and recruiting a group of the nation's most outstanding deans, including Greg Fenves for the Cockrell School of Engineering, now provost of the University of Texas, Tom Gilligan for the School of Business, Ward Farnsworth for the School of Law, and most recently Clay Johnston for the Dell Medical School. Bill Powers has clearly made a difference. I also served on other search committees during my 10 years as regent. When I was chairman of UTEMCO, I led the search for a new CEO during the summer of 2007. And when I was chairman of the Board of Regents and led the search for a new chancellor in 2008. During the UTEMCO search, we interviewed numerous highly qualified and attractive candidates, but none was as qualified as our selection of Bruce Zimmerman. Let me give you an idea about how hiring Bruce has made a difference. In the 7 years since Bruce became CEO and CIO of UTEMCO, the total value of all funds managed by UTEMCO has increased 50% to almost $35 billion, and is second only to Harvard Endowment among all universities, and is the largest of all public universities. In our search for a new chancellor, our committee consisted of James Huffines, Bob Rowling, and me. That search led to meetings with almost 20 different candidates throughout the nation. Ultimately, the board decided, as you all know, on Dr. Francisco Figueroa, who the current board chairman, Paul Foster, has called the best chancellor in America. Under Dr. Figueroa's leadership, the UT system authorized a medical school at UT Austin, created a new university and a medical school in the Rio Grande Valley, and established an incentive compensation program to emphasize great teaching, among his many other meaningful accomplishments as chancellor. Francisco also has made a difference. Did the selections of these 3 outstanding individuals change the course of history? I'll leave the answer to that question for others to decide, but there can be no doubt that the leadership exhibited by each of them has left an indelible and enduring mark on higher education in Texas and throughout the nation. Congratulations to my fellow honorees. I'm proud just to be on the same stage with you guys. And I want to thank my wonderful family, especially my wife, Vivian, for her constant support and advice, and for puncturing my balloon at any time she deemed that it had become overinflated. Our children, Preston, Lindsay, and Jenny, all here tonight, for their ongoing love and encouragement throughout all the triumphs and tragedies we have experienced. All of us hold at least 1 degree from the University of Texas, as do Preston's and Lindsay's spouses, Anastasia and Will. And I want to acknowledge the unseen presence of our son, Scotty, who died just before he was to begin his freshman year at his beloved University of Texas. And to whom the Caven Lacrosse and Sports Center, as you saw in the video, just 2 blocks south of Memorial Stadium, is dedicated. And I thank you all from the bottom of my heart. I would like to thank the Texas Exes for bestowing on me this incredible honor, and especially Exes Chairman Charles Matthews, UT President Bill Powers, my longtime friend and business associate Pete Conway, and the committee who made this year's selections for the Distinguished Alumnus Awards. I also want to thank Exes President Senator Kay Bailey Hutchison and Leslie Cedars, CEO and Executive Director, for their involvement in this special recognition. And I want to specifically recognize my former colleagues on the Board of Regents, James Huffines, without whose friendship and support I would never have had the opportunity to serve on the board, and Bob Rowling, a man who exhibited as high a level of integrity as a member of the board of anyone with whom I have ever worked. Finally, I want to salute a group that I often refer to as my heroes of 2008. Fellow Regents John Barnhill, Janice Longoria, and Prentice Gary, without whose support and active involvement, history might indeed have taken a different course. And as regards the seemingly endless controversy involving certain members of the present Board of Regents, I believe the outcome can be found in a proverb which is known to every UT student, past and present, or at least everyone who's ever walked in front of the main building on the campus. You shall know the truth, and the truth shall make you free. Thank you.